my name's Molly. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Purpose, where we talk about just that. What's our purpose on this planet? Why are we here? Well, if you've been following along with me, you know what I think. I think we're here to love God and to love each other. That's it. Everything else we do comes from that. If you believe in God, you believe there is a God, and you believe there's a heaven, then I think that's the only answer we could have for our purpose. Our whole purpose is to get back to Him. Earth is not some big waiting room where we're just waiting to die and then hope that God picks us to be on His dodgeball team. That's not what it is. We're getting to know Him and love Him now, so when our time comes and we're standing in front of Him, He knows who we are, and He says, "Oh, I've been waiting for you. I'm so glad you're here." So that's what we're doing. We're reading stories in the Bible so we can learn how to love God more. And we left off on Genesis chapter 13 with Abram, Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his nephew. And they just got back from Egypt. They were headed towards the Negev. And as you recall, Abram didn't do so great in Egypt. He got scared and he thought the Egyptians might hurt him or kill him. So he had Sarai lie and say she was his sister so that they wouldn't kill him to get to her. He didn't trust God. He didn't trust that God was going to take care of him. And I get scared. I get scared all the time. I'm a huge weenie. Lots of things scare me. So what am I supposed to do? Just never get scared and just say, "Okay, God, I trust you. You're not going to let me get hurt." Well, no. If you look at the apostles, all but one of them were really hurt bad, and they trusted Jesus more than anything. They got tortured and murdered. How am I supposed to trust Him? That's a hard thing to do. And I can't trust Him all the time that I won't get hurt, because I might. What I can do is say, "Oh, Jesus, I'm scared. Touch my heart. Help me to understand you and have faith and trust in you. So even if I do get hurt, I'll know you're holding my hand and you're with me. Help me. Help me, Jesus." And He will. He will. He'll help us through it. So now Abram and Lot and Sarai are back in the land of Canaan, and they are rich. They are like stinky rich. Pharaoh gave Abram all kinds of stuff while they were there. Cattle and goats and sheep and jewels and servants and all kinds of stuff. Abram made out pretty well in Egypt materialistically. He might have fallen further from God, but he came out of there with a lot of stuff. And all of that stuff can take a toll on you. Because a lot of times when you get things, after a while they're not enough and you just want more. You want more and more and more. More power, more money, more stuff, more fame, more whatever. If we can't be grateful for what we have, then it's never going to be enough. And so hopefully Abram's grateful for what he has. So they're there, and Lot's got a lot of stuff too. And these people don't travel light. They've got dozens and dozens of people with them. There's no grocery store. They've got to barter for wheat and oats and corn, and they've got to raise their own livestock. I mean, they take up acres and acres of land just for their camels and their livestock. And then all their servants need to have tents, and then they need people to pull the tents and the wagons, and it's a big deal. This traveling with these guys, it's a big deal. And so their herdsmen started bickering with each other. And Lot's herdsmen were saying, "Hey, this is our pasture. You guys get out of here." And Abram's herdsmen were saying, "This is our pasture. You move over there." People are starting to bicker because they're getting too big. And so Abram said, "Look, Lot, look out over this land. You can have whatever you want. You go your way and I'll go my way. We'll separate. And that way there's plenty of room for everybody and everybody's happy." So what did Lot do? His nephew Lot looked over the whole Jordan Valley, and you can just see him standing up on a hill looking over the entire Jordan Valley, and it was beautiful. In fact, he compared it to Eden. Beautiful, well-watered grass, nice and green, all the grass his livestock needed. And Lot did not say, "Oh, Abram, you're older than me. You choose. You brought me here. You choose first, and I'll take whatever's left, and I'll be happy with that." He didn't even say, "Well, let's just share. I'll take half and you'll take half." Lot said, "Woo, I want the whole Jordan Valley. That's what I'm taking, baby." He got greedy and selfish, and he wanted all the best for himself, all the good stuff for himself. He wasn't humble. He wasn't trusting in God. He didn't care a lick about Abram and what he got. It's all about Lot. So he did. He took the entire Jordan Valley, and he moved his tent and lived right next door to a little city called Sodom, which it says was full of evil people that only thought about themselves. Sometimes evil attracts evil. You think, why would anybody choose Satan? Because when you've got anger and jealousy and hatred in your heart, you're just drawn to it. And Lot was drawn to that. And it said something so sad in here. Where does it say? It said somewhere in here. Oh, here it is. And Lot journeyed east. That's code word in the Bible. Bible's full of code word. When you move east, you're moving away from God. When Adam and Eve were taken out of the Garden of Eden, they were put east of Eden, to the east. Every time you move east, you're moving away from God. Lot was moving away from God. He was thinking about himself. What he should have done was say, God, I don't know what to do here. I really want this. It looks good. It's nice and green. I want it, God. Touch my heart. Touch my heart, God. What should I do? And then he should have prayed on it. He should have told Abram, let me prayerfully think about this and I'll get back to you. But he didn't. He said, woo, woo, give it to me. So then God came to Abram. Abram's learning to trust. He took another baby step west. He took another baby step towards God. He did the right thing, even if it was going to hurt him, even if he wasn't going to get the best land. He did the right thing. And God came to him and said, good boy, way to go, Abram. Look to the north, the south, the east, the west. Look all around you. All of this is going to be for your descendants. And I'm going to give you so many descendants, it'll be like trying to count them is going to be like trying to count dust. You can't count the dust. It's way too much. You can't count Abram's descendants. Problem is, Sarai is still barren. They don't have any kids. Tough to have millions of descendants when you don't even have one kid. But so far, Abram's starting to trust God, and he built an altar. After Lot took off with the very best land and left him with the scraps, he trusted God that God was going to pull through and give him all the land he needed and all the descendants he could ever hope for. So he built another altar, even when he just got ripped off and given, the leftovers of this land. He thanked God. So that's what I'm going to try to think about today. As I'm going throughout my day today, I'm going to try to think about being a little more humble and how I don't have to be the spotlight. I don't have to be, the best at everything. I don't need the biggest house and the best car and the best clothes. I don't even need more clothes. I can rewear the same clothes over and over. I don't need stuff. I need God. That's what Abram said. I don't need stuff. I need you, God. And I hope you do that today. Think about asking God to touch your heart so that you can be humble and know that we don't need stuff. We need God. Well, when we come back, we'll find out what happened to Lot. And I hope you have the best day today, everyone. Bye-bye.